Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling a seriously delicious, modern culinary dilemma that's popping up on dinner tables everywhere. I mean, think about it. When you're planning a healthy, premium meal for the family, do you reach for the imported global superstar, or do you stick with a beloved local coastal champion? Let's figure it out.
Okay, let's dive into this matchup. We're going to break this tale of the tape down into 5 distinct rounds. We'll start with the premium protein showdown, then move to nutritional heavyweights, decoding salmon color and sourcing, the freshness test, and finally, culinary versatility and recipes. All right, round 1, the premium protein showdown. Global heavyweight versus local champ.
As seafood markets expand, Indian households are increasingly seeing global options, like Atlantic salmon, right alongside familiar coastal staples like rabas. So that brings us to the big question. Atlantic salmon versus rabas. Which is the absolute ultimate premium fish? Well, the truth is, it depends entirely on your budget, your flavor preferences, and your nutritional goals. Both of these fish bring incredible value to the table, just in very different ways.
Now, what's really interesting here is the stark biological and environmental contrast between these two species. Atlantic salmon, scientifically known as Salmon salaire, is a cold water fish. It's famous for its soft, flaky texture and that really rich, buttery flavor. Then we have rawas. Now, rawas is often called Indian salmon, but scientifically it's Eleutheronemotetradactylum, a type of four-fingered threadfin. It thrives in tropical estuaries and coastal waters, which gives it a much firmer texture and a milder seafood flavor.
Moving on to round 2, nutritional heavyweights, fueling the body and brain.
Both of these fish are highly sought after by health-conscious families and fitness enthusiasts alike, and for a very good reason. They share a seriously impressive list of health benefits. These lean proteins are just incredible for your body. They enhance heart health and circulation, which is absolutely crucial. They boost memory and brain function, which actually plays a role in preventing neurodegenerative diseases down the line. They strengthen bones, reduce joint inflammation, and support immune system defense. Plus, they aid in healthy weight management, which is a big deal if you're keeping an eye on things like blood sugar and managing diabetes.
A massive part of those brain-boosting benefits actually comes down to DHA. That's docosahexaenoic acid. It's a crucial type of omega-3 fatty acid found in premium fish, and it is absolutely essential for cognitive function and memory. And because it plays such a huge role in fetal brain development, getting a reliable, high-quality source of DHA makes both of these fish fantastic choices for pregnant women and growing children.
But when we compare them head-to-head, their profiles do diverge a bit. Atlantic salmon is extremely high in omega-3s and natural healthy fats. I mean, it wins the sheer density contest hands down, no question. Rawas, however, is a leaner protein. It has a lower overall fat content, but it still delivers moderate omega-3s. So this makes rawas a really perfect choice for everyday meals when you want that high protein, but maybe you're looking for just a little less natural fat.
Round 3, decoding salmon color and sourcing, myths and facts. Okay, let's shift focus to some fascinating marine biology and clear up a few persistent myths about premium seafood. For instance, why is salmon pink? It sounds like a simple question, right? But the answer actually involves a surprisingly complex biological plot twist about the salmon's diet. If they didn't eat exactly what they eat, their flesh would literally be white or gray.
The secret here is astaxanthin. This is a super powerful antioxidant plant pigment that's originally produced by algae. Small crustaceans eat the algae, and then predators like salmon and, hey, even flamingos eat those crustaceans, absorbing that natural pink color. Now, a very common myth out there is that farm salmon are artificially dyed, but that's simply not true. Farm salmon are fed astaxanthin because it is a vital, healthy antioxidant they actually need to survive. It neutralizes free radicals and prevents cellular oxidation. Think of it kind of like squeezing lemon juice on a sliced apple to stop it from turning brown. It keeps the fish healthy, and as a bonus, gives them that beautiful color naturally.
And this brilliantly illustrates another really surprising fact about sourcing. When we talk about mercury levels, you'd probably assume wild is always better, right? Well, research actually shows that farmed salmon contain roughly 3 times less mercury than wild salmon. It's totally counterintuitive. But it happens because of a process called growth dilution. Basically, farmed salmon experience rapid growth cycles in controlled environments, which means they simply have less time to accumulate heavy metals from the ocean compared to their wild counterparts.
Round 4, the freshness test. Shopping like a pro.
So, we've talked about the science, now let's move into some practical for when you're actually standing at the seafood counter. Shopping like a pro really just comes down to a simple sensory checklist. Step 1. Smell for a salty ocean breeze. Honestly, it shouldn't have a strong, fishy odor at all. Step 2. Check the texture. You want to see a moist, vibrant appearance. Step 3. Ensure there are absolutely zero brown spots or curling edges. And remember, whether you're buying imported king salmon, sockeye, or local rawus, these strict indicators of freshness always apply.
And finally, we arrive at round 5. Culinary versatility and recipes. From pan to plate. This is where those totally different biological textures we talked about really dictate their ideal cooking methods in your kitchen. Because of its high fat content, Atlantic salmon retains a wonderfully moist bite. It absorbs delicate marinades like a sponge, think lemon butter or garlic, which makes it perfect for pan-searing, baking with fresh herbs, or even serving raw as sushi. Raw's, on the other hand, has a much meatier, firmer structure. It stands up perfectly to heavy, traditional Indian spices without falling apart on you. That makes it the absolute best choice for traditional curries, tower fries, and strong masalas.
To give you a mouth-watering example of how to use that firm texture, let's look at a fantastic recipe. If you want a truly perfect meal, you've got to try Smitha's famous Indian-style rawus fish fry. Paired with steamed rice and a cold glass of salkadi, oh man, it is absolute coastal bliss.
Let's move to the prep and see how this builds into an incredible dish. Step 1. You grind coriander, garlic, ginger, and most importantly kokum into a fine paste. The kokum is the secret here. It provides this unique, deep tang that standard lemon just cannot match. Step 2. You apply a thin layer of that marinade to the rawus. And finally, Step 3. You gently coat the fish in a mix of rice flour and rawa, which is semolina, to get that absolute perfect crust.
Then, you fry it. And 3 to 4 is your magic number here. Just 3 to 4 minutes per side on a medium heat. That is the exact amount of time you need to achieve crispy perfection on the outside, without burning that beautiful, vibrant masala crust. So, the crucial point is this. There is no absolute winner in the Atlantic salmon versus rawus debate, simply because both fish serve entirely different preferences. If you're looking for a global gourmet experience with high omega-3s, reach for the Atlantic salmon. But if you want a firmer fish for a traditional coastal feast, rawus is your absolute go-to.
Armed with all this new knowledge about their nutritional power, the science behind their sourcing, and how to spot peak freshness, the only choice left is yours. Which premium champion will you be serving for dinner tonight? Thanks for joining this explainer, and happy cooking!